Well, hello, my friend. Welcome to Practice Growth Strategy. It's a Monday when I'm showing up for you. And here's my tip for this week. You know, I cannot believe, I still cannot believe that it is Thanksgiving this week. It is ridiculous. Where did this year go? They say that when there's a lot of things going on, a lot of like stress and busyness and activity and trauma and drama we've had this year, that the days fly by. And I do believe they do. How did it happen that here we are already at Thanksgiving? I don't even know. But many of you know this is one of my favorite times of year because I love looking back over the year to make sure that I kind of hit the mark. I'm a bit of an achiever. Actually, I'm a lot of achiever. And I like to know that I hit the mark for what it was that I was after for the year. What did I accomplish? What did I not accomplish? What do I want to do next year? What's on my radar for next year? So I think of the year in quarters, and I think of it then as the whole collective of the 4 quarters. And it's about this time. We've got about 6 weeks left until the clock rolls and we're into the next year. Now, don't know what next year is going to bring, but for many of you, those that are watching and listening to the podcast, you all have had good success this year as your clinical practices have continued to grow. But without a plan, you know how the adage goes, you plan to fail. So I don't want you to walk into next year thinking, oh, well, we're just going to cruise along and do the same old, same old. No, I would challenge you to be different. I would challenge you to think about that differently. Instead of just letting the clock roll forward, how about now we start to put some intention in place and be intentional about what we want next year to look like. So here are the 3 things that I would recommend that you do. I want you to do. Number 1, get a piece of paper out, write down a list of all of your wins for the year. They can be wins that are personal, they can be professional, family, relational, marriage, finance, social, physical, exercise, doesn't matter. But where are the places in your life, in your world, that you were a winner? You're always a winner, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I committed to exercising and I'm exercising now, or I lost weight, or I spent more time with my kids, or my wife and I do a date night once a month, or whatever it is. Whatever your wins are, write those down. That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to write down the things that are still opportunities for growth. Now, notice I didn't say failure here because I don't believe in that. A failure is nothing more than an opportunity. It's not even a failure. I don't even like the word. It's just an opportunity. So what are your opportunities for growth? Where do you have room to grow? Where do you have room to improve? Do you have business skills you need to sharpen? Do you need to hire more people? Do you need to really work on your clinical game? Do you want to learn more about a certain topic, neuroinflammation or the thyroid, whatever it might be? So where are the opportunities for you to improve? And that was just business clinical, but they're going to be in the same domains. Where's your financial improvement? Where do you want to improve there? You want to set up an HSA, or you want to save $200 or $300 a month in a personal savings account, or more than that, or a business, whatever it is, in all those different domains: social, personal, financial, relational, etc. So number 1, write down your wins. Number 2, write down your opportunities. And then number 3, you're going to write down your objectives. And objectives is code word for a goal, but I don't like a goal because a goal means, we've overused the word. I'll get it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. An objective is much more concrete. What is my objective for next year? So for instance, this is a good example. Next week, we're hosting the content challenge, the content creation challenge. So if one of your opportunities this past year was to create more content, or just even know how to create content, then an objective would be, okay, in 2022, I'm going to go in locked and loaded, and I'm going to have my content mapped out for the first 6 months of the year. All of the posts that I need to make, any blogs I want to write, whatever it is, I'm going to have all that locked and loaded. That would be an objective. It's measurable. So if it's content, join the content challenge. It starts next week. If it's relational, talk to your spouse. Say, do you have a date? Do we want to do a date night? Maybe it's something with your kids. Your objective is make it quantifiable. That's the thing. So an objective has to be measurable. If you want to spend more time with your kids, you want to pick up a new hobby, or you want to go on a vacation, well, we're going to go on vacation by X date. So wins, number 1, write them down. You've got them. Number 2, write down the opportunities that you have that you can continue to grow into, as I like to say. And then number 3, write down your objectives or just start thinking about them. Sometimes we just need to think about it a little bit. We need to think about, like, what do I really want? What do I want? Do I want to close my practice, retire, and go to Bali and live on a beach? I don't know what you want. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I want either. And then when I start getting confused, I have to stop and say, no, what do I want my life to look like? What do I love doing? And how can I marry those two together? So creating those objectives means you got to be clear about what you want. Otherwise, we just end up being on the hamster wheel, right? So guilty right here. But otherwise, we just get on that hamster wheel, go, 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 go. And we never make any progress. And the year goes by and we're like, yeah, I'm still on the hamster wheel. That's because we don't have clear objectives. So there you go. There it is for the week. I hope you have an awesome week. Make it a great week in your practice. Make it a great week with your family, and enjoy a wonderful Thanksgiving and some time out. Take care. I'll be back next week. Bye.